Hello guys, welcome back in my Let's Platinum Divinity Original Sin 2. So I killed Griff and I killed the guys in the arena basically, and yeah, I didn't want to get bothered. Nothing to see, it was very easy. They are level 3, so I just one-shot everybody. So I think we're ready to go.
Go on, round up the whole team.
Just to make sure we pick up everything. I did pick up the whole team, so what I'm supposed to do now?
Go on, round up the whole team. I need to have my way with all of you before we can leave.
What? What? Does it mean I need to... What? Ah, I know what it might be. Because I have the... I have, air quotes, 2 main characters. So maybe she needs to talk to Sabil.
Well, quite the... I'm Malady, and you...
She steps forward. She releases...
God woken. I can tell a lot from a little taste. The carnage on this beach nearly speaks for itself, but... still, one can't be too careful.
She leans back, looks you over, and smirks.
So, God woken, you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you... Well, first thing...
She peers at you.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you? Then you haven't met them.
She frowns and passes her tongue over her teeth once more, concentrating.
Give me your hands. We need to pray. How does this work again? Oh yes. Close your eyes, repeat after me. Hallowed 7, say that, but, you know, mean it.
The world around you smears into watercolors, then grows darker, lighter, lesser.
The prayer, it brought me here. What is this place?
Alright, I didn't know I would have to do this for both characters then. That's okay though.
Amid the soundless air of this alien world,
So, you have found me. She who I plucked from the water, she sank and drowned, who I tossed unto the shore with seaweed in her hair, salt and sand upon her skin. Sabil, the scarred one, the woman bearing the mark of infamy. Kneel before me, slave. Before no man, ha! But before a god? I am Tyr Sendilius, most magnificent of the 7. And you, good girl, you must learn your place after... I am your god, and I have you on your knees. Now, crawl to me and kiss my feet.
You suddenly feel a claw-like energy pushing you down. 5 unseen talons splayed over the crown of your head. As it slowly forces...
We have seen what your limits really mean. Don't you keep defying me, Sabille. Kiss my feet. Yes. Is this all you are good for? To be a slave who does what she is bid? To grovel at my feet with your face in the for shame? How dare you? Do you not realize what you are? God-woken! And yet you did as you were bid. You abased yourself before me. Slavery. Submission. It is in your blood.
His words sting like daggers. But then, quite unexpectedly, his stern countenance softens, and an air of melancholy crumbles.
Then again, submission. Maybe it's in my blood as well. God is but a word. A god's worth is defined by power. And what have I left of true power? Nothing. I submitted them all. All 7 of us did. Allowed them to be stolen by a man named Lucian. He took them. He kept them. But now, the usurper is dead. And the power of 7 gods lies free for the taking. The world is without gods. It is a fat-bellied beast, blind and tethered, ripe for void-woken teeth. The world is without gods, but it is one. And all I have to show for is you.
His features harden once more, and his eyes fill with contempt as he takes a step.
Sabille, the scarred,
Another step.
the slave.
And another. He is almost upon you now, uncomfortably close, his breath clammy like a humid mist. The needle pierces Tyr Sendelius's gossamer flesh. A heartbeat strong as a quake reverberates through the metal and into your hand, arm, chest. A power pulses, pulses, pulse. All goes black for the briefest of moments. But when you come to, you see your own name grafted into your skin. Gilded letters in an ancient alphabet.
Slave. Accursed the word. Nevermore will you be such a thing. I give you your name back. I give you yourself. As such I have named you. As such I have blessed you. And now I blessed the very water beneath your feet. Now you may wield that power for yourself. A first taste of things to come. From here on out, there are 2 things that await you. Death and divinity. Death or divinity. Now you must go back to your world, my chosen one, and make your escape from the piece of rock. Before I let you go, however, there is one more matter. No, not friends, right? They are God-woken too, and may be courted by the... Oh, and Losa. With that, I bid you good...
Yeah, we've heard that already. Ooh. We can talk to Sir Lora.
You hear a sharp chittering from the ground. It seems you, after a quick back and forth, the squirrel, you feel a strange new power fill your body. The squirrel sits back, sulking, and the cat struts away.
Erratic Wisp skill book? What? Where is it? Not sure where it is. Erratic lighting. What the hell? Don't know.
It's still there.
No. Okay, are we fine now? Or she needs to talk to her?
See? What did I tell you? Little gods. So, who did you meet? What did you learn and all that?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Hey,
She examined.
Come then, we set sail. Your destiny awaits. You'll have to ask them
Malady
after you, darling.
After this message, you will be able to return again. Open gates were closed and archived. Okay. Board the
Malady
boat.
grabs the vessel with two
God woken.
salty water mists.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
All right.
Looking down at your robes, you see they're damp with blood and the ocean's spray. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
How the wind moves their hair. If only they were alive to feel it.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead magisters held.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Pen has taken tattered page from Ifan. Grief done grief from using magic. Okay. Okay. Whoa. All right. That will 100% help us with
Claude, so close to escaping.
those two trophies that are coming, highly missable. Well, one of them.
I remember this one.
Whoa.
His name was Kerbin. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Yeah, like I told you, a lot of them dies. Source Hound.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those God-woken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply. then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, our undead Godwoken. I had nearly forgotten.
Now that the number of bodies littering the deck, ask how many were lost in the battle.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Well, tell her you saw him fall with your own eyes. What happened?
Apparently, he didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
Say you'd better get a move on before the Order realizes he's still at large.
Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
Ask if you might take a crack at the turning the wheel.
You're welcome to try, though I doubt it'll help.
What Gareth means to say is don't bother. Livewood will only move when it wants to, or in this tub's case, when it's forced to. That's right. The ship's made of an elven ancestor tree, the spirit of which is still trapped in every plank. What we need is a way to control the bloody thing.
Ask if they have any leads on how to gain control of the ship.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
Tell you have a look around, you eager to get far away from Fort Joy.
That's the spirit.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
It would be unfortunate to come so far, only to lose a leg to some primitive trap. Let us observe our step, as the saying goes.
There's more to this ship than meets the eye. We're not out of the woods just yet.
We can't get this ship
Our survival hinges on getting this ship moving, Godwin.
Storage chest, yeah, for the stuff that we don't want to sell. Ifan.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. Ready. We'd probably get tired of this view soon.
32,000, what? Holy shit. Dali's assistant.
The silent monk leans from one foot
Here.
This boat's a treasure. Alice would know what to do with it.
Sweet divine.
Ugh, dirty socks. What's the story with the dirty socks and all the chests? Damn.
This boat's a treasure. Alice wouldn't know what to do with it.
So I think we'll be able already to use the mirror, I think. What? Who are we fighting? Sergeant. What? Why do we fight this guy? Okay, what was that all
There's
about?
got to be some clue. Dallas.
No idea. Fine. This is awesome that we don't need to use actually. Yeah, so the mirror is here. We actually can use it. And again.
Hey, don't I? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is the old band back. Look at me.
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. This isn't a joke anymore. You see that, don't you? I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
That she isn't a risk to you, she's companion and a friend.
You don't get it. I'm dangerous. You have to pay attention. You have to be willing to hurt me if I'm hurting you or someone else. Can you do that?
Tell her to do whatever necessary.
Promise?
No, it's a deal.
Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, locked up in here.
Yeah, so here there is a mirror, so let me save, that can be used to respec. So we can now change some things. Yeah, so basically you can check everything, all the attributes, combat skills, talents, everything. So like in here, for example, I put point in summoning, so we can remove it and we can basically put it whatever we want. I have 10 warfare? Really? I mean, it gives you the numbers together with the items, so that's the thing. So for example, for Feign, so if I look at Feign, we are at level 9. So yeah, we should have one in Scoundrel. So we cannot remove that point, that's because that's from the gear. So 2 in polymorph, we only have 1. So we can transfer this, and I think the rest we have as it was. So attributes. Yeah, it should all be strength and some memory. So we'll take those 2 points. But we can't put more. Why we cannot add them to strength? What? Okay, that actually surprised me. Okay. So talents. We have wrong talents. Executioner, mnemonic. So this one gonna remove, and we should have opportunists already. Yeah, okay. I'll check something. Why? We have 30. 30 cannot be max. I don't know, but maybe for the level we are. Yeah, that might be it. So level 9, 31 strength, and that's what we have. No, we have 30 strength. So why we can't add it to strength? Let me use it again. Yeah, we can add it in here. So why he says at level 9 we should have 31 strength when we can't? So 3, that's 13 memory. Not sure. Okay. So who else? Yeah, her. Definitely need some changes here. So yeah, with strength she was fine. Memory level 9. We should have 12 memory. We lose few things. Yeah, Huntsman. Yeah, so 2 enhancements, so that's fine. Those 2 in Pyro, I don't know. So yeah, summoning. So we should have 2 points here. Still not sure why 2 in Pyro. Why 2 in Pyro? Really don't know. All right. One in leadership. Alright, let me have a look again. So we should have 2 in Necro. We have 2 in Necro. We should have 1 in Warfare. We have 1 in Warfare. 2 in Aero. Okay, we have 2 in Aero. 1 in Poly. We have 1 in Poly. 2 in Huntsman. We have 2 in Huntsman. 2 in Pyro. We have 2 in Pyro. And we still have 1 point. So why? Hmm. 1 in Warfare, 2 in Huntsman, 2 in Pyro, 1 in Poly, 2 in Aero. That's what we have, and we have an extra one. I don't know. Something is missing in here. Oh, I know what it might be. All right, I'm gonna put. Yes, I think I know what it might be. So put 2 here, whatever. Civil. Persuasion. So she has 2 in Lore Master. Do we really need 2 in Lore Master? Yeah, let's say like that. I think we have a talent. No, we don't. Damn, I was thinking we have one of those talents that gives us the... Yeah, we need pet pal. I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I don't know. Seems we have more in here than we should somehow. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So with her we just have a bit more wits than we were supposed to have, right? So level 9. 4 from gear. 5 from gear. So yeah, we cannot give more. What the hell? Than 30. This is perfect, like it was supposed to be. Ah, yeah, one thing in here. So hot hat should have elemental ranger. Okay. much okay here or not? Probably not. So we should have way more finesse. So we should have 15 memory already, 12 con. So we have 12 con because 2 is from gear, so we have 12 con, 3 from mnemonic. So this is where we lost points, and then they should be here. Okay, I'm okay with that. Combat abilities, let's have a look. Have 1 from gear 5, warfare is fine. Oh shit. 5 warfare. 2 scoundrel. It's fine. 1 necro. Yes. And 2 poly. Perfect. Okay. Civil. Bartering. From thrifty, from gear, so we have 3 points here. Okay, perfect. And talents, I think we are fine. Ah, yeah. We had this that we don't really use at all. We don't want that. So, Executioner Mnemonic, that's what we have. Level 8 Hothead. Okay. Okay, that was a bit long, but we had to do it. Fix our guys.
Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the Bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
Tell her to open the gate. You want to find out if the prisoner know how to get this ship moving.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood.
Say that you have to try and demand that she unlock the cage.
Alright then, just... don't make me regret it. Hope you find something useful.
A young magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions.
Tell her that you're no seeker, but they're always grateful to those who help them. If she knows how to get the ship moving, they might look more kindly on her.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Raise your hand and say that she doesn't have to tell you anything. She just has to listen.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Alright.
The Magister's stare hardens into an intense scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine...
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister
Why
Ranley,
it only-
Corker's mate of the Divine
only option
Eminence
is to
vessel,
attack.
Lady Vengeance.
Enough!
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right. Don't harm him.
Hope you find something useful.
I wonder if it was supposed to be it was supposed to be a hostile like.
Spotted something.
He spotted something. A loose plunk. Reach. Oh, it's on the other side, probably.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
The old text spoke of those doors like this, these pustomius. They were called. Place your palm against the door.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes.
Knock on the door.
The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a moan, then echoes away into silence. The door remains closed.
Alright. Why there is attack on Han? What the fuck?
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to... The wood groans and creaks. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it.
Why it's attack on Han? I don't know, it's weird. Haven't been here. No, we've been here. Alright. Where are you, rat? Where is that rat? It's over there.
How you doing?
Ask the rat if it knows how to steer the ship.
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship.
You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune.
Ask the rat the question, to which tune does the ship dance?
It goes la 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 la, or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh?
Ask the rat how Dallas used this book.
Oh, she opened it and looked at the marks on the inside. How the hell else? All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
Okay. So we need to find that. We need to find that. We need to find that book. I think it's inside here.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and the door remains closed. The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face. The door stays resolute.
There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's someone still inside.
I actually don't remember how to open this.
No entry allowed through the starboard stateroom door. Please use the port side door.
The Seeker has removed one of her gauntlets.
You must be starved for company to linger around here, friend.
Yeah, say that you need information about the ship. To the prisoner shows any sign of being willing to talk. You want to know the right away.
Don't worry. As soon as she changes her tune, you'll know about it.
Stare through the bars at Alexander's unconscious form and note that the Seekers have valuable bargaining
Or a
chip.
big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
Question if Alexander's come around at all. You have a lot to say to that bastard.
You and half of Rivellon, friend. But no, he hasn't made a sound. He'll be in for a rude awakening when he does come to.
Ask about the other Magister prisoner. Is she anyone important?
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now.
Note that she seemed to be in some pain. Was she injured during the taking of the ship?
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above my head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price.
Cast your eye around and ask if this is where the Magister kept the Seeker's prisoner locked up.
No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
I wonder if we could kill him properly. Alright, I don't remember how to open this door. I have to figure it out. we've been on the other side
Feel the rolling of
here.
the waves. I may actually get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, we've been here. A pillow. Alright, I think we're gonna take a break. I wonder something. If I take her, can she? All right.
Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
So that I've been told it's imperative to get this ship sailing. You have to search everywhere.
I know what's at stake, but I have to warn you. This ship is alive and dangerous.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked.
Nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Express your condolences about her dead companion.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
Say that there is no time to spare. If this figurehead is connected to whether controls the ship, then you have to take a look.
She sighs.
I know.
I mean, we're not ready. So I don't know if
Pray
we
to
should
you
talk.
for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Spoke with Rat. Controlled the ship by singing.
Show us the path to
Found Dali's storeroom. To enter, we must get past two doors that bar the way. Damn it.
Pray that they may find rest.
The password for the master cabin is Fortitude. Seems it's not enough. Is that Garrett?
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we?
Undead is a name I wasn't expecting to call you, mind. When Malady revealed the truth to me, I was unprepared. But Lucian works in mysterious ways. It is his will that brought you to us.
Lucian, tell him it seems it's Amadia guiding your journey, not
The
Lucian.
Divine is the avatar of all the gods, my friend. It was through his spirit and maybe one day yours, that the Seven do speak. You may not speak to him directly, but he is always guiding you. In this, you must trust me.
Tell Garrett you can't wait to get moving. What's the destination?
Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart.
Ask about Mr. Siva. What makes her so special anyway?
Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them.
Mention his spat with Malady.
I won't let the Fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others.
Others? Ask what he means.
Other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited, and waited some more. Alexander never rose to divinity. Then we started to find more like him.
We weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not every Godwoken we found was alive. And so the Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead.
Ask about Malady. She spoke as if she weren't Seeker.
She's not. Well, not in the strictest sense. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Ooh. Oh, blitz attack. There you go. Phoenix dive. Awesome.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Alright guys, we're gonna take a break and yeah, we need to figure out, I guess, how to get to the room, because I think inside, if I remember, there is a book that tells you what song needs to be sung. So yeah, we're gonna take a break in here and continue in the next episode, and then we're gonna discuss how we're gonna get those 2 trophies that are exclude one exclude another, so we need to do one and then reload the save and get the second one. Alright guys, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.